adventure, new fantastical worlds, and giant rats? Hi, my name is Trisha Hernandez. Today I want you to join me as we explore 3 fantastical books filled with adventure, sibling relationships, and worlds far different than the one you and I inhabit. Gregor the Overlander, an Underland Chronicles adventure novel by Suzanne Collins. The Stonekeeper, an amulet graphic novel by Kazu Kibuishi. And The Fairy Tale Detectives, a Sisters Grimm detective mystery novel by Michael Buckley. These 3 books will be the focus of today's book talk. Without thinking, Gregor thrust his head and shoulders into the hole. The metal grate smacked his back. The next thing he knew, he was falling down, down, down into empty space. This is how 11-year-old Gregor's adventure begins. Like Alice down the rabbit hole, only this time, Gregor dives in after his sister Boots, who was sucked into this hole in the laundry room. When Gregor finally reaches the bottom of the hole, he finds himself in a dark, cavernous place known as the Underland. Here he meets a range of giant creatures like huge 4-foot cockroaches who happen to worship 2-year-old little Boots and think of her as a princess. They also seem to love those dirty, stinky messes she's been known to leave in her diaper. They also meet a race of humans with violet eyes and almost translucent skin, who are known simply as Underlanders. As though falling down a laundry room hole and into this new land inhabited by giant creatures isn't crazy enough, Gregor is thrust into a battle between the Underlanders and the 6 feet tall giant gnawers, huge violent rats set on ruling the Underlands. Despite this, all Gregor can think about is taking Boots and returning home, which he would absolutely do until he finds out that his dad, who seemingly abandoned him and his family 2 years ago, was actually taken prisoner by the Gnawers. On top of this, add the mysterious Bartholomew of Sandwich prophecy that tells of an overland warrior who will save the Underlands and stop the evil Gnawers. So will Gregor stay in the Underland to save his father? Is he the overland warrior mentioned in the prophecy? Can the reader get over the fact that this journey is going to include giant cockroaches? Find out in Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins, Book 1 in the Underland Chronicles. Gregor isn't the only one traveling to new worlds. 12-year-old Emily Hayes and her younger brother Navin explore the depths of their new home, which was previously owned by their reclusive great-grandfather Silas Sharnan, who mysteriously disappeared years ago. These 2 are about to embark on an adventure that they were not ready for. Set to start a new life 2 years after the loss of their father, Emily and Navin joined their mom in this inherited, haunted-looking cabin. Making the best out of a dim situation, though, the 3 set about to clean this new house. As they're cleaning, Emily wanders into Silas's private library and discovers a stone amulet. Intrigued by the item, she asks her brother to put it on her. Later that night, as they are sleeping, the amulet suddenly begins to glow and warns Emily that her family is in danger. As soon as the amulet stops glowing, they hear a mysterious, creepy sound coming from the basement. Their mom heads down to discover the source of the noise, only to be kidnapped by a monstrous tentacle creature. The determined Emily takes her brother, and together they head down to save their mom, and in the process enter a new world of evil creatures, dark elves, and robots. Emily soon learns that the amulet she now wears is so much more than what it seemed. On their journey to save their mom, they discover more about their great-grandfather and learn that they are now in an alternate version of Earth known as Aledia, and it may be up to Emily to save this strange land. Can she do it? Is that voice coming from the amulet a voice that she can trust? Or is it a dark power that aims to control her? Can Emily and Navin save their mom? You'll have to read the graphic novel, The Stonekeeper, Book 1 in the Amulet series by Kazu Kubiishi, to find out. Did you know, however, that you don't always have to go through holes in the wall or explore the depths of a mysterious house to find yourself in a strange land? Sometimes all you need is a seemingly normal New York town that is more than what it seems. 11-year-old Sabrina Grimm and her 7-year-old sister Daphne were left alone after their parents' mysterious disappearance. Their time spent in an orphanage and in and out of foster homes have led them to Relda, a twinkly-eyed woman who informs them that she is their grandmother, the grandmother that their dad told them had died years ago. Left in Granny Relda's care, however, the girls now become residents of Fairyport Landing. It's a fairly normal beginning, right? That is, till they soon discover that their lives are about to be anything but normal. Granny Relda reveals to them that they are the great-great-great-great-granddaughters of Wilhelm Grimm, half of the famously known authors, the Brothers Grimm. Their tales from Rapunzel to Hansel and Gretel were actually case files, for the brothers were really fairy tale detectives. And Fairyport Landing? Well, it's actually filled with beings known as ever-afters. The mayor, once upon a time known as Prince Charming, is now Mayor Charming. The three little pigs, you know them, right? Well, the police force now has 3 husky cops named Borman, Swinehart, and Hamstead. There are many more all too familiar characters that fill this intriguing town. Granny Relda then informs the girls that it is now up to them to take on the family business and become fairy tale detectives. Resistant to the role, the untrusting Sabrina doesn't want anything to do with that family business, let alone Granny Relda. That is, until a giant comes down and kidnaps their grandmother, and it is up to the girls to save her, as well as figure out who released this large creature. Will they save Granny Relda and become true fairy tale detectives? Can they figure out who released the giant? What other discoveries does Fairyport Landing hold? And will they learn more about the disappearance of their parents? Explore this fantastical world in the Fairy Tale Detectives, Book 1 of the Sisters Grimm series by Michael Buckley. Gregor's and Boots' exploration of life in the Underland, Emily and Navin's graphically driven journey in Aledia, and Sabrina and Daphne's mysterious discoveries in Fairyport Landing are all waiting for you to join their adventures and learn their secrets at the Sleepy Hollow Public Library. Will all 3 of our sibling teams be able to conquer these mysterious worlds and save members of their family? Well, there's only one way to find out. I hope to see you soon at the library.